Okay. So this is today's chapter number 4 of Nectar of Devotion. We are going to start. So let's start with Guru with Mangalasharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpadakam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha नमाम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे So basically we are going to start chapter number 4, devotional service surpasses all liberation. So any point which you remember from chapter number 3? Kalpana Mataji, you can unmute and tell.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you discussed about last week. Devotees eligible for accepting a devotional service is one who has untouching faith and love for Krishna. And there are three types of devotees, Prabhuji. First, who has faith in Krishna, who has faith in God, and the main goal is for him is only Krishna. And the third is he will be able to argue anything matters related to scriptures. Second. Type of a devotee, he has a firm faith, but he cannot argue. The third type devotee is called as a neophyte devotee. He doesn't have firm faith.
He
And
doesn't have that much strong
belief.
basis of this Shastra. They're not too much. So,
And yes,
yeah. Second type of devotee. Third type devotee, Mataji?
is a neophyte devotee who is not neither has a faith or he will not be able to. Uh, uh, his faith can be easily changed by opposite decision.
Yes.
If anyone they can easily convince him and make him come away out of the belief. So
Yes.
pure devotee association can help promote the neophyte devotee to first and second class devotee. Neophyte is again divided to four types of distress. Those who are in distress, those who need money, inquisitive, and wise. These people, these four types of devotees approach Krishna. They are all generally called as a pious people. Example for distress was given Gajendra. Need for money, Dhruv Maharaj. Inquisitive was Saunaka Maharishi and Sutta Goswami in Naimisharinam, the other discussion that was an example. And wise were Sadat. So pure devotee will not even ask for a liberation. That was a conclusion. Finally, a person who is free from this bodily concept of life is only eligible for pure devotional service.
So eligibility is not like anything we need, like we need this and that. The eligibility is two things we have discussed. The first thing was attraction to Krishna, and second thing was association of pure devotee. The most important thing is association of pure devotee because that will lead to attraction to Krishna. So that we have discussed and very nicely summarized by Mataji because she has all given all the detailed description of all type of devotees, all the three types, and then types of neophyte devotee also. Yes. So let's read today chapter number 4. Thank you very much, Mataji. So chapter name is Devotion Service Surpasses All Liberation. Okay. So previously we knew that a person who is in devotion doesn't even care for liberation. Okay. Below Mangal Thakur says, if a person who is, if I am doing devotion to Krishna, then I am not considering liberation anywhere. Liberation is like she is with folded hands, he is standing at my door to take shelter, like that. So that we have seen in the earlier chapter. Now, in this chapter also, Prabhupada gives a detailed description of from the Shastra or from many Puranas and Shastra. Prabhupada gives description why devotional service surpasses liberation and why devotional service is very important. Okay, so let's read out and understand. Um, so we'll need volunteers. So can you can keep your hand raised so that we can read out. Yes, Jyoti Mataji, you can read the first paragraph.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
How much a devotee is seriously attached to the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be understood from the statement of Maharaj Prithu Adi Rajan, which is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 20th chapter, verse 24. He prays to the Supreme Personality of Godhead thus: My dear Lord, if after taking liberation I have no chance of hearing the glories of your Lordship, glories chanted by pure devotees from the core of their hearts in praise of your lotus feet, and if I have no chance for this honey of transcendental bliss, then I shall never ask for liberation or this so-called scriptural, spiritual emancipation. I shall simply always pray unto your Lordship that you may give me millions of tongues and millions of ears so that I can constantly chant and hear of your transcendental glories. Can I
Okay.
continue?
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. So you see how Prabhupada nicely started this chapter. You see the first line. Only two paragraphs are there. Only two lines are there in this whole paragraph. This much big paragraph and whole paragraph is only two lines. And how nicely Prabhupada has written, you see, how much a devotee is seriously attached to devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be understood from the statement of Maharaj Prithu. Okay. How much a devotee is seriously attached. Are we seriously attached to Krishna or not? So how can we judge that? So Maharaj Prithu gives the clue. How much a devotee is seriously attached to the devotional service. So many people are attached to the devotional service. Many of us are attached to the devotional service. But how much seriously we are attached? How to judge that? How much a devotee seriously attached to the devotional service can be understood from the statement of Maharaj Prithu in the fourth canto. He prays to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What he is saying, my dear Lord, if after taking liberation I have not, so he is saying, if after liberation, if I cannot hear about you, if I cannot tell about you, or I cannot speak about you, I cannot chant the glories of you, I cannot hear the glories from the devotees. Okay. So I cannot remember you, I cannot chant about you, I cannot hear about you. Okay. After liberation, there is no association between us and me and you. Then better is to, I don't want that is spiritual emancipation. I don't want that is spiritual liberation. Okay. I don't want that liberation from this material condition, and in between the spiritual and materialism I am there. Okay. What I want is, even I am in this material world, I want to remain here, but I want millions of ears and millions of tongue. Okay. I simply always pray unto your Lordship that you may give me millions of tongue and millions of ears so that I can constantly chant and hear of your transcendental glories. I don't want liberation. I don't want to go to that liberated planets, nothing. I don't want that. I want to simply stay here, but I want to chant, I want to hear the glory. If after the liberation I cannot, I don't have the chance of hearing, I don't have the chance of speaking about you, I don't have the chance of glorifying you, then better to have millions of ears and millions of tongue to chant the glory and hear the glory of Lord and stay in this planet only. So that is how liberation is compared by Maharaj Prithu. Okay. So he's saying, I want millions of ears, millions of tongue just to chant and hear the glories of the transcendental glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Millions of ears, millions of tongue. Okay. So one tongue is not enough, 1 year is, or 2 years are not enough to speak about the glory, to hear about the such nectar he can relish from the Krishna Katha and the glories of Krishna. Okay. So that is how the devotees are. Okay. They are so much into the Krishna Katha. So that is how a devotee can be judged that he is seriously attached or not. How? how much attached he is to the Supreme Personality God's name. Okay. Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam. Okay. How much he is attached to the Krishna Katha, how much he is attached to the Krishna, how much love he has developed for the name of Krishna. Krishna and Krishna's name are both same in this Kali Yuga. Okay. Krishna takes avatar in the form of his name. So how much we are attached to the Krishna Katha, how much we are attached to the name of Krishna, how much we are attached to the chanting, that gives the clue that how much a devotee is seriously attached to the devotional service. Okay, so that is what Prabhupada meant from this paragraph, that our seriousness to the devotion means how much attached we are to the chanting, how much nicely we are doing the chanting, how much relishing, how much we are relishing the transcendental bliss from the chanting. Okay, so all of us can judge ourselves. There is there any relishness? Is there, are we able to relish anything or not? Okay, so that is the thing about the devotee. Okay, so that was the uh, first paragraph from the Prabhupada. Okay, from Prabhupada chapter number 4. So this we are reading out devotional service surpasses our liberation. So okay, so you see here in the first this first page, there are 5 types of liberation is being mentioned. So before going to liberation, Prabhupada is mentioning about the liberation. Devotee is attached to serving Krishna. Okay. So that is the one thing. Second thing is not aspire for the 5 liberation. Devotees do not aspire for liberation, and there are 5 types of liberation is there. So these 5 types are to be one with the Lord. Okay. The Mayavadis, they want to become one with the Lord. Sahujya. Okay. Sayujya. Yujya. To reside on the same planet, that is called Salokya. To have same opulences, this is called Sasti something it is called. Okay. Then to have same bodily feature, Sarupya. Okay. Or to have personal association, it's called something. Sarupya, Samipya. So that is called Samipya. To have personal association is called Samipya. Okay. So these are the 5 types of liberation. To be one with the Lord, that is called um, Sayujya. To reside on the same planet, that is called same planet is called Salokya. Then Samipya is to have personal association. Sarupya is to have bodily feature as Lord. Sasti. Sasti means to have same bodily features. Okay, that is called Sasti. Or to have same opulence is called Sasti. Sarupya is called same bodily feature. And Sayujya is one with the God. To be one with the Lord is called Sayujya. So these are the 5 types of liberation which is described here. Okay, so all have one Sanskrit name also. That is also sometimes written in some other places. So what to speak of material benediction? So devotees are not attached to the liberation even for the liberation. So liberation comes after the material. So the most basic is material attachment. After that, material attachment is liberation. After that, liberation is devotion. So devotee, they are not attached to the liberation also. So what to speak of the material benediction? Okay. So material benediction, devotee. Normally, the people in this material, they are attached to the material benediction. Um, I want money in my life. I want good wife. I want happy life. I should not have any problems. Okay. Janam dehi, dhanam dehi, like that. Okay. So that is the material benediction the normally people will speak. Okay. Then above that, people will speak of the liberation. I want liberation from this material attachment. That is. And third is the positive thing. I want attachment to Krishna. Okay. So most above is the devotional service. So that was the thing. Then references is being given. This we have seen. Okay. It is written, please give me millions of tongues and ear. I will never ask for emancipation. So this we have seen Maharaj Prithu was speaking. Okay. So now we'll see again more other um, others also will see. So this one is one more example. So one of you can read this one. The similar statement is found in
I will read, Prabhuji.
one of you can read. Yes, Mataji. So this
A similar statement is found in Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 14th chapter, verse 44. Sukadeva Goswami addresses Parikshit Maharaj there and says, the great soul King Bharata was so much attached to the service of the lotus feet of Krishna that he very easily gave up his lordship over the earthly planet and his affection for his children, society, friends, royal opulence, and beautiful wife. He was so very lucky that the goddess of fortune was pleased to offer him all kinds of material concessions, but he never accepted any of these material opulences. Sukadeva Goswami praises this behavior of King Bharata very highly. He says, any person whose heart is attracted by the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Madhusudana, does not care even for that liberation which is aspired to by many great sages, what to speak of material opulences. Hare
okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So here if you see, any person whose heart is attracted by the transcendental qualities of Supreme Personality of Godhead, any person who is attached to Krishna, what will happen to that person? He does not even care for the liberation, which is aspired by many great sages. So many great sages are working after liberation. But a person who is attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he doesn't want liberation. He is attracted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wants Supreme Personality of Godhead, service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is what he wants. So he does not even care for liberation, which is aspired by many sages. What to speak of the material opulences? See, the Bharat Maharaj was the he was a king of all over the earthly planets, all over the earth. He was king. Okay, he had everything. Okay, he has like he was the king. So he has all the earthly kingdom, everything he had. Okay, it is written here. It is he was so very lucky that goddess of fortune was pleased to offer him all kinds of material concession. Okay, so it is said that even Lakshmi ji was very happy over Bharat Maharaj. She was uh, she was offering him any opulence, okay, like that. So any opulence he had, what he didn't ask for or he didn't care for the any opulence, okay. He just wanted the Supreme Personality of God. He left everything, okay, like that. So compare Bharat Maharaj to us, okay. If you have little bit of money, small amount of money, and a person says that you take devotional service, then our Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God and everything whatever we have, we should offer it to Krishna and then serve him. If any person says like that, what will be our reaction? Oh, how can I leave this much things? Okay, I am such a nice person. If I leave, what other person will say? Okay, like that, many people will say, how can I leave? This is very difficult. Actually, it is very difficult to leave such opulences. Okay, if we have little bit opulence, it is very difficult to leave that opulences. Imagine Maharaj Bharat, he had like goddess of fortune is very happy on him. Whatever he asks, goddess of fortune will give like that. But he he didn't care for that. Okay, he left everything. So you see here, society, family, royal opulence, beautiful life, his affection for his children, everything is left. Okay, and he went to the jungle for uh, for attaining the supreme. Okay, so he never cared for all these things. He left everything and he went to the jungle. Okay, like that. So this was the second statement that Maharaj Bharat or the King Bharat, how he left everything. He didn't care for the material opulence. He didn't care for liberation. And he was so much attached to the Supreme Personality of God. Third one. So this one. We have Sudipta Banerjee, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Should I start from this statement is confirmed from there?
This one.
Okay. This statement is confirmed by Lord Shiva
No,
in
no,
Srimad.
you start this one, Mataji.
I have the book. If you can read the first line, Prabhuji, please.
In the Bhagavatam, just
Yes, sixth canto. Okay. In the Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 11th chapter, verse 25, there is a similar statement by Vratashura, who addresses the Lord as follows: My dear Lord, by leaving your transcendental service, I may be promoted to the planet called Dhruvaloka, the pole star, or I may gain lordship over all the planetary systems of the universe. But I do not aspire to this, nor do I wish the mystic perfections of yoga practice, nor do I aspire to spiritual emancipation. All I wish for, my Lord, is your association and transcendental service eternally. Hare Krishna. Should
so
I
one,
continue?
just a little bit description with it, Mataji. So in this example, this is also from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Here also Vratasura is saying that I do not aspire to this. Okay. I do not aspire material opulences. What kind of material opulences he is speaking? The highest kind. You see, I may be promoted to a planet called Dhruva Loka. I don't want to go to the highest planet. Even the Brahma Loka, even greater than Brahma Loka is the Dhruva Loka. Dhruva Loka is called the spiritual planet in the material sky. Okay. Material sky or the material world, spiritual planet in the material world is called Dhruva Loka. So I don't want that kind of highest perfection in the materialism also. Or I may gain lordship over all planetary system of universe. Even if you make me Brahma, Lord of all planetary system of the universe, I don't want that. Okay. So I don't want even little. We are running after little opulence. We may gain like 100. We are working full day, full night, everywhere, everything. We are working just for little material opulence. Okay. But Vritasura is saying, you may make me like king of all the planet or the highest planetary system or the king of the Dhruvaloka. I don't want that. Okay. I do not aspire for that. What I aspire is, all I wish for, my Lord, is your association and transcendental service eternally. So you will find many examples in the Srimad Bhagavatam and other places also where devotees, they are not taking any other thing than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Last, I think previously we have discussed about the Narsimha Dev and the Prahlad Maharaj pastime when Prahlad Maharaj killed Hiranyakashipu, and he was very affectionate towards the Prahlad Maharaj. Narsimha Dev asked, Dear Prahlad, you have been going through so many problems. Okay, your father was a demon and you are attached to me. That's why your father gave you so much pain, so much, and you have went through so many painful situations. So I'm very happy or very affectionate on you. So you may ask anything you want. Okay. So whatever thing you want, you can ask. I will give you. Okay. So whatever thing. So like that. So that time also Prahlad Maharaj, what you want, that I just want attachment to your devotional service. Nothing other than that. Okay. So that was the thing. So even devotees, even if you have wish fulfilling, like oh, something is there, something tree or something wish fulfilling tree is there. Imagine ourselves with so much material desire. If we would be there, we would be asking, okay, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Okay, Narsim Dev is asking us what you want, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that, like that. But the original thing is the devotion to the Supreme Personality Godhead, because once you accept that, there is nothing nothing other than that you want. Okay, so Prahlad Maharaj will be speaking those things also in the later chapter. So we'll quickly move to that thing also, so that we can. So many examples are being given and so many bold statements Prabhupada has nicely written here. So we'll read out quickly so that we can cover all the statements. Okay, so this one, Lord Shiva, what Lord Shiva is speaking. Many people they are so much attached to the Lord Shiva also. Okay, so what Lord Shiva is speaking, let's hear Lord Shiva also. So Shiv Kumar Prabhu, you can read this one.
Prabhuji, please increase font
Please.
size.
Okay.
This this statement this statement is confirmed by Lord Shiva in Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, 17th chapter, verse 28, wherein Lord Shiva addresses Sati thus, my dear Sati, persons who are devoted to Narayana, Krishna, are not afraid of anything. If they are elevated to the higher planetary systems, or if they get liberation from material contamination, or if they are pushed down to the hellish condition of life, or in fact in any situation, whatever, they are not afraid of anything, simply because they have taken shelter of the lotus feet of Narayana. For them, any position in the material world is as good as another. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So Lord Shiva is saying to Sati, Mata Sati, that the person who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord, where they are in the material world, they don't care. Okay, they may be in the highest planet, they may be in the earthly planet, they may be in the lower planet, wherever they are. They don't care whether you are pushing him in the hellish planet. They don't care whether you are giving the higher planetary system. They don't care about that. Wherever they are, any place in the material world, they will be engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see here, simply because they have taken shelter of the lotus feet of Lord, for them, any position in the material world is as good as another. So whether they are above, whether they are very opulent planet, where they are very less opulent planet, or whether they are in hellish planet, they don't care. Okay, because they have taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So Lord Indra, what he is saying? So one can read
Hare
that.
Krishna
Krishna
Prabhuji,
Mataji, yes, Mataji, yes, read out.
there is a similar statement by Indra, the king of heaven, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 18th chapter, verse 74. There Indra addresses Mother Diti in this manner: My dear mother, persons who have given up all kinds of desire and are simply engaged in devotional service.
Yes, your voice is not there, Mataji. Engage in devotional service to Lord. Know
Sorry,
what is actually their self-interest.
sorry Prabhuji, network connection issues. Engaged in devotional service to the Lord. Known what is actually their self-interest. Such persons are actually serving their self-interests and are considered first-class experts in the matter of advancing to the perfectional stage of life. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Okay, so consider first class expert in the matter of advancing in perfectional stage of life. Who are the first class people? Who are considered first class expert? Those who are simply engaged in devotional service. Okay, so even Lord Indra is saying to his mother, okay, Diti, Mother Diti, that person who is engaged in devotional service is considered first class. Okay, so so we have heard now what Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to his friends. Let's hear that. Okay. Yes. Kekanandi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
In
Mataji.
the
Please.
in the seventh canto of Bhagavatam, 7 chapters, verse 24, Maharaja Parikshit says, "My dear friends, born into athe- uh, atheistic families, if you can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, then there is nothing more rare in this world. World. In other words, if the Supreme Lord Krishna is pleased with you, then any desire you may have within the core of your heart can be fulfilled without any doubt. As such, what is the use of elevating yourself by the results of fruitive activities which are accumulated, which are automatically achieved in all events by the modes of material nature? And what is the use of for you of spiritual ima, iman, emancipation
Emancipation or liberation from material
emancipations
bondage.
or liberation from material bondage? If you are always engaged in chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord and always releasing the nectar of the lotus feet of the Lord, then there is no necessity for any of these. By the statement of Prahlada Maharaj, it is clearly understood that one who takes pleasure in chanting and hearing the transcendental glories of the Lord has already suppressed all kinds of material benediction, including the results of pious fruitive activities, sacrifice, and even liberation from material bondage. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So you see here Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to his friends. Okay. The atheistic friends who are in the school. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to them. He's saying that what you have to do is please Supreme Personality of God. That's it. Okay. So if Supreme Personality of God is pleased with you, then any desire you may have within the core of your heart can be fulfilled without any doubt. You please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and any desire you have, then it can be fulfilled. Okay. So that is that. So what is the use of elevating yourself by result of fruitive activity? Why you are doing so much fruitive activities? Why you are doing this much, that much, this, that thing, so many things you are doing? Okay. Just simply please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whatever desire you may have. You may have material desire, you may have liberation desire, you may have the devotional desire. Whatever desires you have, that can be fulfilled. Okay. So what is the use of elevating yourself by the result of fruitive activity, which are automatically achieved by all events by the modes of material nature? Okay. So here, if you are always engaged in the chanting the glories of the Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord, and always relishing the nectar of the lotus feet of the Lord, then there is no necessity of any of these. There is no necessity of material desire or the liberation desire. Okay, so that is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying to his friends. Okay, here also same are there. Okay, so you can read out. Actually, you have little time is there. We won't take all. We'll take a few more and then we'll move to the slides. Yes, so one can read out.
Can I, Prabhuji?
Nanita Mataji is here. Yes, Mataji can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Similarly, in the same 7th canto, 8th chapter, verse 42, when the demigods are offering prayers to Lord Narsimha, Indra, the king of heaven, says, O Supreme One, these demons talk of our share of participation in the performances of ritualistic sacrifices. But simply by your appearance as Lord Narsimha Dev, you have saved us from terrible fears. Actually, our shares in the sacrificial performances are due to you only, because you are the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices. You are the super soul of every living entity, and therefore you are the actual owner of everything. Long were our hearts always filled with fear of this demon, Hiranyakashipu. But you are so kind toward us that by killing him, you have removed that fear from within our hearts and have given us the chance to place your lordship within our hearts again. For persons who are engaged in the transcendental loving service of your Lordship, all the opulences which were taken away from us by the demons are counted as nothing. Devotees do not care even for liberation. What to speak of these material opulences? Actually, We are not enjoyers of the fruits of sacrifices. Our only duty is to always be engaged in your service, for you are the enjoyer of everything. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So you see how the demigods are also what they're saying. Demigods, they are engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when we offer sacrifices, it goes to demigod, and from demigod, it goes to Krishna, like that. Okay. So even the demigods are saying that actually the whatever the sacrifices are being offered to us, that is actually meant to the Supreme Personality of Godhead only. So whatever sacrifices are being offered directly to you, that will also come back to us. Like we have seen the example that offering the water to the roots of the plant, then the offering to the branches and the leaves, directly offered to the roots, it will go to the branches and leaves. So directly whatever sacrifices are being offered, that we can offer to Krishna, and through Krishna it can go to all the demigods. Okay. So even demigods are saying in this one, demigods are saying, Indra is saying, King Indra, that these demons, they want our share of sacrifices, that sacrifice should be offered to us also, like that. But whatever sacrifices are being shared, given, that is meant for you only. Okay. So if anyone is directly engaged in your devotional service, then everything will be like happy. Okay. We are also happy because they are engaged directly into your service. Okay. So by serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all the demigods, everything is served. So that is what being said in this paragraph. Okay. So Gajendra Maharaj. So here the Gajendra Maharaj prayers are there. So yes, anyone can read this one. We have two hand raised. Lakshmi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, everyone. A similar verse is found in the 8th canto, 3rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 20. Gajendra says there, "My dear Lord, I have no experience of the transcendental bliss derived from your devotional service. So therefore, I have asked from you some favor. But I know that persons who are pure devotees and have, by serving the lotus feet of great souls, become freed from all material desires, are always merged in the ocean of transcendental bliss, and as such are always satisfied simply by glorifying your auspicious characteristics. For them, there is nothing else to aspire to or pray for." Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Okay. So one thing I just wanted to say, that all the examples which you are seeing, they are being spoken by very, very great people who have already achieved the material perfection, who are very perfect. Okay, like Bharat Maharaj we have seen, like Prahlad Maharaj we have seen, like we have seen King Indra. Okay, we have seen Gajendra. Okay, so already they have seen that there in the material thing there is nothing. Okay, material opulences, there is no happiness is there. Okay, so all things they have already seen, and and along with that, they are also great devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead also. So they know that the person who is engaged in the devotional service, the material opulence doesn't mean anything for them, and even the liberation doesn't anything mean anything to them. They are simply engaged in the Supreme Personality of Godhead service. Okay, they don't want any material opulences even. Okay, whether they are in the lowest material planet, highest material planet, or the anywhere in the material world, they don't care. Whether they are in material world, whether they are in spiritual world, whether they are in the Vaikuntha planet, they don't care. Okay, they just want to be attached to the Supreme Personality of God at lotus feet. Okay, so that is what we have seen. Here you can see the five kinds of liberation is being written. Just I will read quickly so that next devotee can read next one. In the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, 4th chapter, verse 67, the Lord of Vaikuntha replies to Durvasa Muni Das, "My pure devotee is always satisfied being engaged in devotional service, and therefore they do not aspire even after the 5 liberated stage." Okay, so same 5 liberated stage being spoken, that to be one with me, to achieve residence on my planet, to have my opulence, to possess bodily features similar to mine, and to gain personal association with me. So when they are not interested even in these liberated position, you can know how little they care for material opulence or the material liberation. Okay. So the 5 different liberation, if you see, to be one with me is the most, or you can say the thing which is not desired by the devotee. Okay. To be one with me. Devotee do not want to be one with Krishna. They want their individuality to be maintained so that they can serve Krishna. Okay. So that is, to be one with me is the opulence which the devotee doesn't want. They may want to achieve residence on my planet. They want to live in Krishna's planet, or they have my opulence. They can want that to have my opulence, Krishna's opulence, to pose bodily features similar to mine. Okay, so they can aspire for this also, to gain personal association with me. So these 4 things devotee can ask. They may ask, they may not ask. Okay, like that. But the 5th one, or the first one, you see here, first one, to be one with me, is not considered a spiritual opulence. These 4 can be considered a spiritual opulence other than the first one. But the first one, to be one with me, is not considered a spiritual opulence. Okay. Again, by Nagapatni. So you can read these 2, you can read these 2. So we will read out. We have many devotees who have not participated, so they can raise hand.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, Praveen Prabhu, you can read.
There is a similar prayer by the Nagpatnis, wives of the Kaliya serpent, in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 16th chapter, verse 37. The Nagpatnis say, their dear Lord, the dust of your lotus feet is very wonderful. Any person who is fortunate enough to achieve this dust does not care for heavenly planets, lordship over all the planetary systems, the mystic perfections of yoga, or even liberation from material existence. In other words, anyone who adores the dust of your lotus feet does not care a fig for all other perfectional stages. There is a similar statement in the 10th canto, 87th chapter, verse 21, wherein the Shrutis, the Vedas personified, pray to the Lord as follows. Dear Lord, it is very difficult to understand spiritual knowledge. Your appearance here, just as you are, is to explain to us this most difficult subject of knowledge of the Spirit. As such, your devotees who have left their domestic comforts to associate with the liberated acharyas, teachers, are now fully immersed in the devotional service of your Lordship, and thus they do not care for any social liberation. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, so here you can see Nagapatni, here you can see Shruti, Veda personified. So Vedas, they are also saying the same thing. Okay, so different examples are Prabhupada is quoting where it is written. Okay, like that. So Krishna is saying to Uddhava. Okay, so let's see what Krishna is saying. 2 examples is it is given. So here also 2 examples Prabhupada is giving. So anyone can read this one, what Uddhava is saying. So you can see here one more star mark. The 5th kind of liberation, merging with the Supreme, is not considered opulence in spiritual variegated existence. So Sayujya is not considered a spiritual variegated existence. Opulence in the spiritual is not considered spiritual opulence. Yes, so this one, Manasi Das.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th chapter, verse 34, Lord Krishna says to Uddhava, my dear Uddhava, the devotees who have completely taken shelter of my service are so steadfast in devotional service that they have no other desire, even if they are offered the 4 kinds of spiritual opulences. They will refuse to accept them. So, what to speak of their desiring anything within the material world? Similarly, Lord Krishna says in another passage of Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 14th chapter, verse 14. My dear Uddhava, a person whose consciousness is completely absorbed in my thought and activity does not aspire even to occupy the post of Brahma or the post of Indra or post of lordship over the planets or the 8 kinds of mystic perfections or even liberation itself. In the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th chapter, verse 6, Lord Shiva says to Devi, my dear Devi, the great Brahmanya sage Markandeya has attained unflinching faith and devotion into the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as such, he does not aspire after any benedictions, including liberation from the material world. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So you see many examples Prabhupada is quoting how liberation is better than how devotion is better than liberation. Okay, so we'll switch to the PPT and see. So many examples we have already seen. So we'll see and then we'll finish this chapter. So devotional service surpasses our liberation. So what are the references being given? So Prithu Maharaj, these we have seen. Second one is devotee of Vrindavan reject all desires of liberation, even the Vaikuntha residents. Okay. So this will come in the last part where a devotee who is attached to Krishna in the pastimes of Vrindavan, they don't want to relish any other form of Krishna's. Okay, like Krishna's form is Ram is Lord Krishna's form, so they won't want that form. They if the devotee is attached to like Krishna's pastime Vrindavan, they don't want Krishna to be in the Dwarika form. They don't want Krishna in the Dwarika form. They just want Krishna in the Vrindavan form only. Okay, so Krishna can have different forms, and devotee can attach to one form. Like example is being given here in the chapter that Hanumanji, he is the most dear devotee of Lord Ram. Okay, most dear devotee of Lord Ram, and he knows, Hanumanji knows that Krishna and Ram both are same only. Okay, both are same, but still he is attached to the service of Lord Ram, not to Lord Krishna. Okay, so he knows. So he knows that the both are same, but he is attached to one form of Krishna, not to the other form. Okay, so devotee of Vrindavan are the Vrajvasis. They are attached to Krishna in the form of like residents of Vrindavan. Okay, or the small child of Vrindavan, like that. They are attached to that. So they are not attached to Dwarika. They are not attached to any other form. Okay, so that is what being said. Devotee of Vrindavan reject all desires of liberation, even Vaikuntha residents. So the devotees who are residing in Vrindavan, they don't want liberation. And above that liberation is the spiritual planet. The Vaikuntha is the spiritual planet. And among the spiritual planet, there is one planet called Golok Vrindavan. Okay. Golok Vrindavan is the home of Krishna, and the Vaikuntha planets are the like other planetary system in the spiritual planet. But the devotee who are in the Vrindavan, they don't want even the Vaikuntha planet, they want the Vrindavan planets only. Okay. So like that. So that is being mentioned. So these we have also seen. Krishna is saying to Uddhava, this we have seen. My devotee won't even accept 4 kinds of spiritual opulence. Okay. My devotee doesn't want to become Brahma. Same Krishna is saying to Uddhava. My devotee does not want even to become Brahma or Indra's post or 8 mystic perfection. Okay. The person who is attached to Krishna, they just want Krishna's attachment, nothing else. They don't want highest material pleasure. They don't want highest even the pleasure of the Vaikuntha planet. They just want the spiritual or the spiritual attachment to Krishna. Okay. So one more thing is here the Damodar Ashtakam in Padma Puran. Okay, so Damodar Ashtakam Varam Deva Moksham Na Moksha Vadimba. We say that you are you are giver of any benediction. Okay, you can give us any benediction. So in the Kartik month we recite the Damodarashtakam. Okay, which is from the Padma Purana. It is said that Krishna is the giver of any opulence, any benediction you can ask to Krishna. Krishna will fulfill that. But again, it is said that I don't want I don't have any desire of any material opulence, any desire of the liberation. I just want years or the birth after birth, birth after that birth, your devotional service. That is what being said in the Damodarskam. Varam Deva Moksham Na Moksha Vadimba. So others are there. Hanuman is glorious, and thus I also wish only to serve you. Because like Hanuman example is being cited, that Hanuman, how he served Lord Ram. Similarly, I want to serve you. I have heard that even those liberated have become devotee, and they are also very, very rare. So even for the liberated person, devotion is very rare. It is not that devotion is very easy for them also. So I've heard even those liberated have to become devotee, and they are very, very rare. Even for the the liberated person, devotion is very rare. Kunti Maharani is saying, if Paramhansa alone can know you, I am less intelligent. How can I know you? Okay, so we will see this example from the book. Yeah, here. So one person can read this out. Any volunteer, they can raise hand who
Hare
have
Krishna,
not read.
can I read?
May I?
Who has not read. Santosh Prabhuji, you can read out.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, in chapter, verse 20, Queen Kunti is praying to Lord Krishna at the time of his departure. My dear Krishna, you are so great that you are inconceivable even to great stalwart scholars and Paramahamsas, fully liberated souls. So if such great sages who are transcendental to all the reactions of material existence are unable to know you, then as far as we are concerned, belonging to the less intelligent woman class, how is it possible for us to know your glories? How can we understand you? In this verse, the particular thing to be noted is that the personality of Godhead is not understood by great liberated persons, but only by devotees such as Queen Kunti in her humbleness. Although she was a woman and was considered less intelligent than a man, still she realized the glories of Krishna. That is the purport of this verse. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. So in this example, Kunti Maharani is saying herself like less intelligent woman class. Okay, so many when you read out the chapter, you will have every time we'll have this question. Okay, why women are said as like less intelligent, less intelligent, less intelligent. Even Kunti Maharani is saying herself that she is less intelligent. Okay, so now we have like so many classes we have on this, and again this doubt will come. Okay, that why women are said less intelligent. Okay, see, the women are like so I will discuss just, that's why I took this, because when you read the chapter you will have this doubt that why women is said at less intelligent. So many classes we have. So any input from your side, why women are said less intelligent, so that we can any input from your side, why women are said less intelligent, any input, then we can move. Then
Hare Krishna
yes,
Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Is it because they are more emotional? They tend to get more emotional.
Okay.
And they have more empathy relatively.
Okay. One answer is this, that they are very emotional. That is also correct answer. Any other answer?
May I, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Prabhuji, one thing that is very clear with these such statements here and there in this particular text, we find that the women are really very intelligent, but they don't, or during that time, they didn't get any scope to act on their intelligence. So this is just a myth that women are less intelligent in the sense that they are less material minded. One way we can explain that, Prabhuji, because there are evidences in the text, in some other text also, as you cited the reference of Kunti Devi. So she told that the women are so-called less intelligent. It means that they are really intelligent, but the society kept them homebound. So that's why they didn't get exposure to the fields of intelligence where men are doing, like, warfare and other things, where intelligence is clearly visible. But with reference to Kunti Maharani, that we have found that she is intelligent to catch something that is not visible to material-minded, people like Durjodhana. So that is, we can easily get the comparison of that. And again, the text about, the earlier exposure of Gargi, Maitreyi and others, as they are stated in earlier literature, it's very clear that women are intelligent, but they are less material minded. So that's why they are purely devoted. And that, with reference to the devotion, they are thought to be less intelligent, but actually they are not. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So you see, there are different classes on the based on the material things. If you see the material society, there will be many different classes based on the intelligence. Okay. So these are the material classification, not the spiritual. Okay. So spiritual means even a person is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, they can all take up to the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. And all of them, like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, they are meant for cooperating with each other, so that all of them can go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They can take up to the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So like that. So if you see the women class also, so women and men class are not like women's are also like, if you see the women or men are a little bit different. It is not like that they are same. Okay. Why it is called less intelligent? It is being taken to the society in the different way, that why they're called as less intelligent. Actually, this means that women are very, very innocent. Okay. So men are, you can say, less innocent than women, or women are more emotional, more innocent, and society can cheat them. Okay, society can cheat them. So that's why it is said that women should be always under the protection of someone, so that they can protect. Otherwise, society is always ready for the exploiting the women. Okay, nowadays, if you see the women liberation, everything, women based on the women liberation, many things are happening. Okay, you can say the innocence of women is being the society is taking advantage of that women's innocence now. Okay, in the form of liberation and all, women's liberation. Okay, so that's why the protection was very much needed. Okay, all of the war and everything, if you see in the previous days, all are happening due to somehow women are connected. Okay, so that's why it is very important to protect the women. So under the protection they should be, and they are very innocent. They can be easily like um diverted. Okay, and they are very emotional. Okay, they are very emotional, so they are made like that they are like that. So these are the material classifications. So anywhere people are, whether they are men, women, whether they are in the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, all can take up to Krishna consciousness. And this society is made for cooperation. So everyone should cooperate. Women should cooperate with the men should cooperate with the women, and they should take their responsibility. It is not, it should not be like that the women are taking the responsibility of men, and men are taking the responsibility of women. So everyone has different responsibility, and they should take their responsibility and realize what is their um spiritual goal. Okay, and take up to that thing. So that is most important. Okay, not that women are chasing after men, that we are like men, we will be doing whatever men are doing, we'll go to the work or we'll do everything and that, and we'll prove that we are better than you. No, life is not meant for that. Whatever your role is there, you should do that, and you should realize the goal of your life. Okay, so that is the thing. So whatever situation we are, whether we are in any varna, any ashrama, any body, whether human or whether you are in the male body or the female body, whether you are in the foreigner body or Indian body, okay, whatever body you are, irrespective of the body, you should realize your spiritual goal and try to act on that. So that's why just I wanted to come to this point, because whenever you will read this again, you will have the doubts. Why Prabhupada is writing women are less intelligent? Why Kunti Maharani is saying women are less intelligent? Okay. So that is the thing. I just wanted to touch on that.
Prabhuji, if time permits, can I speak for 2 minutes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I will speak. I will talk from a different context with one instance. That once King Akbar ordered Mirabai to meet him in the king's court, and Mirabai rejected the offer. Akbar told that what, a simple woman is rejecting my offer to meet me. Then Mirabai replied, gave reply that is there any Purusha on this earth that is ordering me? So my conclusion is that we can say that there is only one Purusha, even we all are women category. We are here to serve the Supreme Personality Godhead. He is the only Purusha. And obviously all others are less intelligent, and we are trying to be
Yes,
not
Prabhuji.
exactly with it, devotional service.
Yes.
By virtue of devotional service,
Yes.
we are all women category. You can say we are here to serve the Supreme Purusha. You can. That is
Yes.
my conclusion.
Very nicely
Hare Krishna.
you have put, Prabhu, that every one of us are in women category when we are taking to when we are comparing with Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, very nicely taken up, Prabhu. Okay, so we'll move. So that's why I've taken, because this doubt will come and you will have doubt the why it is written. That's why I've taken this. Otherwise, if you see the next quote, Atmaram verse, even those who are liberated and are attracted by the transcendental quality of Krishna. So liberation means liberating from all the qualities. That is what being said. Okay. So liberation means people, what they're saying, that what is the meaning of liberation? Liberation means no material attachment, nothing. Okay. But even those are liberated, they have attraction. Okay. Liberation means that they don't have attraction. But the people who are liberated, they also have attraction. Attraction to what? They can be attracted to the transcendental quality of Krishna. Okay. So that is the special quality, that even the liberated person can be attached to the Supreme Personality of God. Though it is very rare that they become attached and they become devotee. Even becoming a devotee for a liberated person is difficult. Okay. But for a person who is liberated, they can also have attachment, and that attachment is transcendental quality of Krishna. Okay. So that was the Atmaram verse. So now lastly, the Vrindavan, the devotees of Vrindavan reject all desires for liberation, even Vaikuntha residents. So that was which we are saying, that the person or the devotee who are in the Goloka, they don't want even the Krishna in the form of Dwarika, the Krishna in the Vaikuntha, nothing. Okay, like that. So 5 kinds of liberation we have seen. Devotee especially reject the first type of liberation, becoming one with the Lord. Okay, devotee, they don't want this one. They want spiritual identity should be maintained so that they can serve Krishna. Okay. Some devotee may accept other 4 types, but as they mature, love become prominent. So they may accept these 4 types. Okay. That to live in the same, some devotee, they may want to live on the same planet, some bodily features, some opulence as Lord, constantly association with the Lord. But as they mature, as they mature in the devotion, they just only they will have only just one desire, that to serve Supreme Personality of Godhead and to love Supreme Personality of Godhead, not living on the same planet with Krishna, not having the bodily feature, not having the opulence or constant association of Krishna also. So they don't want all these things. In the initial stages, they may have all these four desires. Devotee may have these four desires, to live on the same planet with Krishna, to have bodily features. These desires may have, but as they grow up in the devotion, the love will become most prominent. Okay. So Vrindavan devotee, however, only wants to please Krishna. They don't want to please in Dwarika, nowhere else. Not even any other four types. Okay. Purest of the pure devotee are Vrindavan devotee. And lastly, it is said that if attached to particular form, doesn't redirect devotion to other form. Okay. So devotee may attach to one form of Krishna. Okay. And they may not be attached to the other forms, like Hanumanji's examples we have given. Example, Hanuman knew no difference between Nara and Ram, yet attached to Ram only. Okay. So devotees of Vrindavan are attached to the Krishna in the Vrindavan form only. Devotees who are attached to the Krishna in the Dwarika form, they are attached to the Dwarika form only. Okay. So they may not attach to the other form. They may not serve to the other form. They will be saying to the one form. But the highest is the devotee who are serving Krishna in the Vrindavan. Okay, Vrindavan form. So devotees who are serving Krishna in the Vrindavan is the highest. Purest of the pure devotees are the devotees who are serving Krishna in the Vrindavan form. Okay.
Why, Prabhuji?
Why?
Yes.
Why Krishna? Why devotees who are, because they are like serving the pure love. Okay. So the Vrindavan is said that Krishna in the original form is Krishna is in the form of Vrindavan. Okay. The naughty Krishna who is playing with the Vrajvasi, who is playing with the Mother Yashoda. The purest form, Krishna in his most original form is in the Vrindavan. That's why devotee who is attached to the purest Vrindavan form, they are considered the pure or the most elevated devotee. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji. So that is the reason. And we read in Nectar of Instruction also. So there are hierarchy is being given. The devotees who are serving Krishna in the Vrindavan form is the great. Okay. So like that we have seen Brajvasis. Okay. So this is the last slide of this chapter. Next chapter, chapter number 5, the purity of devotion service, we'll read in the next class. One question is there, Prabhuji, in one verse, Prahlad Maharaj says that one should be friend with the Lord, Sakhyam. So isn't it a desire to constant association with Lord? Yes, constant association with Lord is there. But lastly, or the final, the thing which we have said, the final thing will be, here you can read, some devotee may accept other 4 types, but as they mature, love become most prominent. Okay. Nine types of devotional service, not only the Sakhyam. 9 types of devotional service, Prahlad Maharaj says. Okay. When Hiranyakashipu asked, what you have learned in your from your teacher, okay, then Prahlad Maharaj says this 9 types of devotional service. In that, Sakhyam is also there. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop from here. Already, how much time? 8:15. Yeah. So any question you have?
No, but the doubts are still over there. The next day, you would be discussing those doubts.
Okay. Nanita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, pranams. Just
Yes,
a
ma'am.
doubt that came to my mind. You told us about the 5 stages of liberation, the 5 types of liberation. Everybody, all living entities have this, means are subject to this, Prabhu? Or only humans are?
Liberation. More. So human beings are, human beings are also having many types. Okay, Mataji, 84 lakh species are there. Out of that, 4 lakh species are of human beings only. Others are the different the animals or the different beings are there. So out of that, human beings, many different types are there, and devatas come in that categories only. Okay? So yes, the human beings have the intelligence to to perfect their life because they have the intelligence to understand what is the purpose of life. So so that is the thing. So human beings have the mostly the human beings, you can say that human beings have that intelligence to understand that thing. Other beings are not having that intelligence. Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Is that
Prabhu.
your
Thank you
question?
so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. So one comment we have. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji, as on 18 June we have Nirjal Ekadasi. So how to observe fasting, Prabhuji, as it is also from water? Should we avoid, as anode is washed? So how to understand it, Prabhuji? I'm reading it, but sometimes I can understand it. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. So two questions are there. Let's take one by one. Mataji and Prabhuji, 18 June is have Nirjala Ekadasi. So how can we observe fasting on that, Prabhuji? So yes, that is Nirjala Ekadasi. Mataji has put out one point that how to observe that Ekadasi. So the Ekadasi is meant for increasing your devotional services. Okay. So full day you can have devotional service. So see, first thing is, if you have not started doing the Ekadasi, okay, then you can start from this Ekadasi, doing the Ekadasi. See, fasting is very important for us. Okay. Even material, for the material benefit, even for the spiritual benefit, fasting is very important. Okay. So generally, how we fast is many people they fast with different methods. Okay, so earlier when I started fasting with mostly with the fruits. Okay, so I was taking fruits only mostly. So what I now started is only water I will take on the Ekadasi, like that. So only water with sajala, that is called sajala Ekadasi. So I will take water, and that too in the more quantity than the normal day's quantity. If I take like 1 liter, 2 liter daily, so I will take 4 liter, 5 liter in that day. So only water I will take, and I will fast full day, like that. I'm trying to do nowadays. Okay, but in Nirjala Ekadasi, what we should do is we should fast even from the water. And if you are doing fasting, you won't feel like fasting. Okay, so there are different. Actually, the environment is very hot outside, and you may feel that you want water. So you can start with Nirjala in the from the morning. You can start the Nirjala, and if you feel that you are not able to do, or it is very, you are like going you are going to faint or something, it will happen rarely only. If you are a healthy person, you won't need this, you won't have this type of feeling. You can easily fast one day. Fasting without, even without water, is nothing. Okay, so you can easily fast. Okay, and if you have not started, you can start from this Ekadasi. If you start with Nirjala, morning Nirjala, if you are able to do, okay. Otherwise, you can start taking water, okay, like that, or take more water. When you are taking, take more water, okay, like that. So, and one more thing you can do, you can take bath. Okay, so bath is also like your skin will have contact with the water, so you will feel less thirsty on that day. So that are the some tricks, like you can take bath, and you can do fasting. So why we are doing fasting? So one material benefit is that your body will, or your GI system will have um, some 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 relaxing time. Okay, you won't be giving too much things to eat. Okay, so that cleaning and everything can happen. Okay, second thing is, whatever things, generally what we do daily, we take what the food in excess amount. Whatever amount is needed, we take little bit more only. Okay, we don't take less. Okay, so earlier the concept was that we are having less food, like we are having undernutrition, but now the concept is overnutrition. That's why we are becoming fat every day, little bit fat every day. So let body give chance, so that whatever being accumulated, they can also utilize that. So when whatever the food nutrition being we are taking, and that is getting accumulated, you can little bit digestion can happen on that also. Okay, so let the body give that chance. So if you are not taking one day, nothing will happen. Even we see people fasting for 1 week, 1 month, like that. Okay, and nothing happens. Okay, so like that. So one day fasting is nothing. You just need confidence that you have not, if you have not done earlier, it will be a little bit difficult, but once you start doing, you will feel that it is nothing, one day fasting. And what will happen if you fast? Then you will always remember why I'm fasting. I'm fasting for Krishna. So you will always remember Krishna whole day. So that is the purpose. So when you are fasting on Ekadasi, you can remember Krishna more, you can chant more, you can read more. Okay. So like that. So when your GI system is less active, your mind will be more active. Okay. So in that time, you can remember Krishna, you can think of Krishna, you can read more, you can chant more, you can think about, you will see that what, when you read on Ekadasi days, your realization will be different than you read with full stomach. Okay. Because all the blood supply will be diverted toward the stomach, the GI system to absorb the nutrition. That's why you will feel little bit dozy to read on the others day. When on the Ekadasi day, when you read, you will realize more. Okay. So like that. So try to read more on the Ekadasi, try to chant more on the Ekadasi, try to remember Krishna more on the Ekadasi. And when you are fasting, when you feel little bit hunger, then you will remember Krishna. Why I'm doing this austerity? So that I can remember Krishna more. Okay. So material benefits are also there, which I told you. Spiritual benefits are also there, which I told you. And Krishna loves Ekadasi. Okay. So like that. So all the devotees are doing Ekadasi. Why we cannot do? So everyone can do. And Nirjala Ekadasi is there. If you have not started, you can start doing Ekadasi. If you have started, you do the Nirjala. Start with Nirjala. Try to do Nirjala. Okay. It is very easy, not a very difficult task. Very easy task. Okay. One day only it is okay. So like that. And so that is about the doing the fasting and how to break the fast. So fast breaking time will be there. That is called Parayan time. During that time only you have to break the fast. And how to break the fast? If you have not taken any water, the next day you can take water and break the fast. Or if you have taken water, you can take some fruits. If you have taken water during the fasting, you can take fruits. If you have taken fruits during the fasting, you can take grains and break the fast. Okay, like that. So the rules are like that. Don't give too much heavy. See, one day your stomach has fasted, don't give too much load to the stomach suddenly. Okay, like that. So if you have fasted Nirjala, break your fast with jal, okay, or the water. So that, and so after taking water, you relax for 1 or 2 hours, then you can take little bit other liquid, then you can shift to a solid food, like that. If you have started, if you have done with gel, then you can directly take some fruits. So after taking fruits, relax for 1 or 2 hours, then you can start with the grains. Okay. If you have fasted with the fruits, you can directly start with the grains. Yes. So like that you can do in the Parayan time. So this is how you can do. So that was about the Ekadasi. Second thing is nectar devotion is very fast, very vast. How to understand it, Prabhuji? So nectar devotion is very vast. We don't have to read full nectar of devotion. Actually, the recommended one is first part, that till 19th chapter. So that much is our that much is the thing which we need to understand. So read till chapter number 19th. Other than 19th, if you are not able to understand, no, don't worry about that we are not able to understand. It is not meant for the devotees who are in the initial stage. Okay. So that is the thing. So till 19th chapter you have for understanding, that is okay. Okay. So that is two things. Next, Ronak Prabhuji, I have heard a tip by Amog Leela Prabhu. He said that we can take ORS before the fast begins in the morning. Yes, we can take. Okay. Okay. So with this, we'll end the session. Any other comments, any other questions you have? We'll wait for 1 more minute. If you have any other question, comment, correction.
Prabhuji, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for coming. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhavevasya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.